Hello, I was just live on my LinkedIn with my friend Steve Farmelo, and it was supposed to stream to Facebook, but did not. So I wanted to pop on here real quick and just give a few tips on social selling, sales, and what we discussed in our 30-minute conversation, but obviously I will not be here for 30 minutes. So a quick rundown of what we talked about to help y'all out. So modern sales is so much more than blasting LinkedIn messages and emails. And so Steve and I had a great conversation on how to stand out and how to actually succeed in the crazy competitive world of B2B sales. And a couple of key points that we talked about include one, knowing your customer. And this is huge. So instead of going in and talking, all about you, your solutions, your product, your company, you really need to get to the heart of their problems, their solutions, their pain points. And so the key is to listen first, to never go in and just talk, all about you. It should first 100% be about them and you as the resource helping them out and providing them with exactly what they need. So that's key number one is really knowing your customers inside and out and really what they need. And the second thing is having a unique proposition. So how do you stand out? Your USP, your unique selling proposition. So not just for your company, you need to definitely have that down for your company. So why should they choose you over the competition as a whole, the company, but really you, your unique self? Why work with you? What makes you special? What makes you different? And so these are key things that a lot of salespeople fail to identify and to define. And so what happens is they end up just looking like everyone else. And so when you come to this, come to them with a mindset of you are going to help provide value and you are 100% going to be different than everyone else, you have a much better shot at least, having them resonate with what you're saying and actually want a conversation with you. Which brings me to my next point of becoming that trusted industry resource. And so when I train sales and marketing teams for our enterprise technology clients on how to leverage social selling and LinkedIn to grow and meet and exceed their quotas, I talk a lot about being the first to provide value and insights. And so people see you as that trusted industry resource and not just another sales rep who's out for themselves and is just a numbers game. And so you want to be the resource and the individual that provides value and insights first. And LinkedIn is a great place to do that. And so we train sales teams on how to grow their personal brands leveraging LinkedIn. And you don't have to overthink it. It doesn't have to be a crazy content marketing plan where you're spending hours every single day making loads of unique, valuable content. You honestly don't even have to make your own content. You can just leverage everyone else's and curate other people's content. Curate news, curate industry tips, use your the company's content to share. And if you add your own 2 cents to that and you're consistent, you're going to see results. And so what's working well in the B2B sales arena right now are those who are immersing themselves within the customer spaces. So they're providing value, they're joining podcasts and groups where their customers hang out, and they're part of the conversation, not as a sales rep, but as an industry resource, an industry professional who genuinely cares about helping people. And that is what differentiates the amazing sales reps who are crushing it from the ones who just look like everyone else and have low numbers. And so we talked a lot about, becoming that trusted expert and valuable resource within your industry. And then the third thing I will leave you here with is the power of referrals and leveraging that low-hanging fruit, AKA your existing clients and your existing network. So a big chunk of my sales training for technology teams when it comes to LinkedIn is leveraging those first-degree connections in your existing clients. And so there are such a small percentage of sales reps who are actually using their clients to generate referrals. They're just not even asking. But people are more than happy to refer you to people, but you have to ask and you have to leverage that. So a couple of quick tips here for you. If you're leveraging Sales Navigator, you can easily go and see who your mutual connections are. And so it's so important to add everyone you know to your LinkedIn network, because the more people you're connected to, the more introductions you can have, and the more likely you are to start those conversations with prospects. So what you want to do is build out those targeted lists in Sales Navigator, and then you want to see who your mutual connections are. And then you want to simply message those people and say, hey Bob, I noticed you were connected to Susie Smith. I was curious how well you know Susie. I'm getting ready to reach out to her in a few days and wondering if you could share any insights. And it's super simple. And so you go through this process before you even reach out to people on who knows who, and if you can name drop, get permission to name drop, or get an introduction. And then on the client side, you can easily ask for referrals by sending messages to your clients and looking at their connection. So in Sales Navigator, you can pull up all your clients and you can see their 1,000 connections. So they let you see 1,000 people. That's all, it maxes out at 1,000. And you can go through that and set your sales parameters up so that every time you're looking at their connections, it says, okay, so they have Bill Smith, your client, has 10 people that he's connected to that match your criteria perfectly of your ideal client. So then what you want to do is send Bob, your client, a message. Hey Bob, I'm so glad we've been able to achieve XYZ for Blue Widgets, Bob's company name. If you didn't know, a big source of Mod Girl's new business comes from referrals. I see here that you are connected to 10 people that I would love to get in front of. Do you mind if I run these names by you? That's it. It's super simple, but no one is doing this. And your biggest source of new customers comes from your existing customers. So why are you not asking them? Why are you not asking them for referrals? And then of course, after the sales process is done, tell them, hey, if there's anyone else that you know that could leverage XYZ, which we provided for you, I would love a referral. I would love an introduction. And so it's just being mindful of all the ways that you can ask for referrals and introductions. And it doesn't just have to be clients. This could be people you know, but people are nice. They really are. They're nice. Most people are nice and willing to help you, but you have to ask. They're not going to do it if you don't ask. And so those are really the key points that we touched on today, is just being a human, being a great human being that genuinely wants to help people goes a long way, especially in sales. And then asking for those referrals, asking for those introductions. LinkedIn is perfect for this because it literally shows you who you are connected to that also has the people you are trying to get in front of, AKA your prospects, your ideal customer profiles. So highly encourage you to do that, leverage that low-hanging fruit, your existing customers, your existing connections, leverage LinkedIn, and really focus on being seen and known as a trusted industry resource that provides value and insights before you sell. And when you do that and you come to the table asking questions and wanting to learn more about your customers and you immerse yourself in their conversations, you're going to win, because not enough people are doing this, which is why we exist and why I have dedicated my career now to training sales teams and marketing teams on how to think like this and act like this and exactly the pieces to put into place to make it work and exceed their numbers. Because most of the time they're relying on technology to just send out automated, boring, non-personalized emails that look like everyone else. And that's not how you win right now in B2B sales. So I will leave you guys with that. And hopefully next time I am live, it actually streams at Facebook, but you never know. So I will be posting pictures and videos from my trip next week in San Diego, where I will be speaking at the Traffic and Conversion Summits, of course, on LinkedIn. I am super excited. So I will be updating my social with that. But if you are not already following me on LinkedIn, please go and do that. You can find me just by typing in my name, Mandy McEwen, and following me. That is where I share daily valuable tips and resources like this. So I hope you found this valuable, and I will see you next month, maybe, if Facebook works. Thank you. See you guys.